Hello everyone, my name is Paula Safoy and I would like to welcome you all to follow my screencast on Sustainable Development Challenge of Textile Waste Generation as a part of the Corporate Social Responsibility module. Textile industry is primarily concerned with the design, production and distribution of yarn, cloth and clothing. Globally, it is one of the largest sectors of industry. The global textile industry is valued nearly €3 trillion. It accounts for 2% of the world's gross domestic product, and it employs 60 to 75 million people globally. Therefore, textile industry is a truly global sector of industry and a significant contributor to many national economies. Mass production of fashion has made faster and more extensive production and lower prices possible. At the same time, seasonal fashion keeps on creating constant needs for consumers. Seasonal thinking both incites shopping and quickens the pace at which clothing goes out of style. According to current estimations, approximately 80 billion pieces of clothes are produced yearly. An average consumer buys about 60% more clothing than 15 years ago, but at the same time keeps each garment half as long. Globally, it is estimated that the total consumption will increase another 60% by year 2030. You may wonder what happens to all clothes and textile products after use. Let's first have a look at the traditional linear textile production chain. The current economy model that we have been following for decades has been based on the idea of take, make, and dispose. Reason for this has simply been the success of the model, a linear approach for satisfying customers' needs. It is based on the principles that natural resources are limitless and affordable, thus making them easy and inexpensive for businesses to gather, utilize as raw materials, manufactured and shipped to waiting customers. Therefore, manufacturing process from fibers to users is characterized by the high consumption of resources such as water, fuel, and a variety of chemicals. Additionally, one of the biggest problems in the textile industry are disposed garments, textiles, and clothing. 70 to 100 million kilograms of used textile waste is generated each year only in Finland, and 15 to 20 million tons in the EU. Unfortunately, 80 to 85% of the textile waste is thrown in landfills or incinerated, with a high environmental impact and at great cost. Valuable resources held within the waste are also lost. To reduce generation of textile waste and to save our clothing from a landfill end, at the consumer level we can commit to buying less and make what we have last longer. By doubling the life of clothing from 1 to 2 years, we can help reduce disposal by as much as 24%. We can also invest in quality and classics when shopping, dispose of old clothes responsibly, and support sustainably minded designers. While a lot of textile waste happens at the consumer level, producers shoulder the blame as well. Water waste and solid waste, including fiber, packaging, yarn, cleaning and processing waste, used oil, fabric scraps, and trimming, as well as unsold items, are generated at each phase of textile production chain. Nearly 20% of global wastewater is produced by the textile industry. Textile wastewater is one of the most important hazardous wastewaters for ecosystems when it is discharged directly into water streams without proper treatment. Toxic wastewater mainly impacts on environment and people of developing and emerging countries which are dependent on textile industry. In addition to water and solid waste generated during the process of manufacturing, about 15% of fabric intended for clothing ends up on the cutting room floor. Moreover, it is estimated that 5% of clothing produced stays unsold. Not surprisingly, most of the supplementary material and garments are dumped at landfills. Generation of textile waste is a non-sustainable trend which impacts social and natural environments globally. To be able to meet sustainable development goals in the textile industry, shift from linear to circular production model is required. The idea of circular economy is to exploit existing resources as effectively as possible, reuse materials, and extend the life of a product. Textiles can be exploited several times, which reduces raw material costs, enables new type of earning models, and saves environmental resources. Circular economy challenges current practices, but it also has a great potential to offer sustainable and profitable solutions now and in the future. I want to thank you for your attention, and may you have any comments or questions, the stage is yours.